Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It's Monday again. We're in the second week of November. I hope everybody's doing well and had a fantastic weekend. Wow, we live in Maine, which is in the upper
Go ahead.
northeast corner. What does that say?
It says live. You're good.
Oh, okay, there we go. Hey, I can see myself. Sorry about that. Distracted me. We live in the upper northeast corner of the United States. It's a cold weather state. So we're in November, so you would be expecting us to be in the cold weather, which we've had a little bit of, but this weekend was 70.
Yeah, 76 degrees on Saturday.
76 degrees in November in the state of Maine. So we went to the ocean on Saturday, walked on the beach. It was just magnificent.
It was awesome.
It was surprising because I think we didn't expect to be able to go to the ocean and within that kind of temperature in Maine in November. So I hope everybody did the same and had a fantastic weekend. And this morning, David's feeling a little stiff this morning.
Yeah.
How many of you are feeling the same way?
Rough
I'm
morning.
not too bad. Usually Mondays, I'm really stiff. Today, I'm not that bad. But what I wanted to talk about this morning, which my post was about, is: are you trying to climb a mountain? So you have your goals in front of you, you have what you want to do in your life, and you've got this big, huge mountain, and you're trying to climb up the mountain. The way to get up the mountain is to take one step at a time and walk over the pebbles first. So if you concentrate on the pebbles, the smaller things in front of you, and got this pebble, you've stepped over this pebble. We get tripped up a lot of times trying to climb the mountain. Does that make sense? So a lot of times we're trying to climb the mountains and we're not paying attention to the things in front of us, the smaller things, the pebbles, and we trip on them, and we fall and all this stuff. Never mind the mountain at this point. Just concentrate on the smaller things. Take one step at a time. Get your footing over the pebbles first, and before you know it, you will be, as you climb over those pebbles, you're actually climbing the mountain at the same time. And before you know it, you'll be on the top of the mountain, and you'll have the best view in your entire life. Does that make sense?
It does.
So that's what I wanted to talk about this morning, which I just did. If you're trying to climb the mountain all at once, take a step back, one step at a time. Just get your feet over the small pebbles in front of you first. And as you accumulate those steps over the pebbles, all of a sudden you'll look and you'll be literally climbing up the mountain. I've had mountain on my brain this weekend, haven't I?
You have. We've watched a couple documentaries, a couple of movies.
Yeah. Part of the reason is, I don't know what the reason is, but I put a screensaver on my computer that was the Himalayas. We're actually supposed to be going to the Himalayas in the spring to go hiking in the Himalayan mountains with a yogi master. And we were supposed to go in September, but because of COVID, it got canceled or delayed. So we're hoping that this COVID thing will be under wraps in the spring so we can go hiking in the Himalayas. That's one of our adventures, anyway, that we have on board. So I hope everybody's having a great morning. David is the RKC certified kettlebell trainer, David Hills. My name is Kendra, and I am the trainee. So I am in your position, so I get to ask all the questions. If you have questions about something that we're doing, or kettlebell, or workouts, or anything, go ahead and drop the questions below, and we will look at them when our training is over, and we'll get back to you and answer those questions. We actually get quite a few people with questions, which is great. If you are sitting on your couch right now, you need to get up, and we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up. Who do we have on Instagram? Can you see?
Whitney Child.
Whitney. Hey, Whitney. How's it going? Yep, yeah. And so we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up this Monday morning to get you started on it. Are you okay?
I am. I got something in my eye here, and it's like swelling up.
The other thing too
Of course,
is
my back feels terrible, and I'll be fine.
it's old age. What do you know? The other thing that I wanted to mention is with everything that's going on in the world, and we live in the U.S., so there's a lot of stuff going on. Don't let that stop you from moving forward and doing some things. So, as an example, David and I was the MC. He gave a talk yesterday in a group. There's usually about 100 people in that group, so it was on Zoom. So I was the MC of the show, and he did a talk on the energy of the body and emotions, how emotions affect the energy in your body, and it was great. So don't let the things happening around you stop you from taking those chances and taking those steps forward. It's really how you react to things that matters. It's not the things around you that's making you react a certain way or feel a certain way. You have a choice of how you're going to feel and react to the things that are happening around you. And you don't have to let it get to you.
Yep.
It's not easy, but exercising helps. So working out helps. It gets your mind off things. It makes you stay present. It gets your body in shape. You feel good. You want to go out and do things, and lifts you out of your depression.
It gets some of that stuff that's stuck moving again.
It gets those good hormones going, the happy ones. All right. Are we ready for?
We are ready. Ready as we will ever be.
Ready for a warm up.
Get your kettlebells ready.
I'm ready.
Actually, no, you don't have to get a kettlebell ready. We're just going to warm up
We're
first.
going to warm up first.
Without the kettlebell. Still having issues.
Where's the cameraman?
Friggin' cameraman sucks, dude. All right.
Actually, let me adjust this because you seem to be over this. That one about
Shaking the
warm-ups?
wrist. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Start waking up
That's
the
new.
wrist.
You can go as gentle as you want. This is not you don't want to bust your body open first thing. It's just a warm up. So just move your body. And we're just doing drop down. So you're bending your knees a little bit, dropping the arms and shoulders down. It's like wicking water off your hands. When you go to Target and you go to use the bathroom and there's no paper towels, or the airport, you come out like that. Heart openers. We're tapping the body as we close our arms. Make sure you're breathing too. Breathing is important. It's feeling a sense of gratitude as we open our arms. Gratitude for everything that we have in our lives. We live in a free country. We have so much to be grateful for. So, and it's not just about listing the things you're grateful for. It's about actually feeling grateful in your heart. It's the emotion, the feeling has a lot to do with, what you attract. If you're angry inside and fearful and jealous and all of those shameful, all of that, that's what you're going to attract.
Left and right.
A law of attraction. And honest to God, it works. So you see people that are angry, let's say, I'll use that as an example. Why are things always happening to me? It's because they're attracting all of that to them by the emotions that they're putting out. So we can change our emotions. We have a choice. The other thing David and I do is we do meditation in the morning. And for those of you who think meditation is weird,
You're weird.
I know, no, because I thought the same thing. That's not true, David. That's not very nice. You're not weird. I felt the same way when I first was introduced to meditation. It's like, what are these people doing? But I'm telling you right now, it is the best thing that I've found to stay present, to get stress out of your body. We're just stretching over to the side a little bit. Just a nice stretch on the side. You don't want to pull too hard.
Wow.
I think we should be singing when we do this. Hallelujah. And as you go down, if you need to bend your legs, you can. It's just a nice, simple stretch. Getting your whole body with this one.
And bend your knees, put your palms flat, straighten your knee. Bring them towards.
Yeah. If you can't straighten them, it's okay. Just do the best you can. This is just a warm up. It's not just getting our bodies prepared for some knee rotations. And you can incorporate your feet at the same time. I roll my feet up when I'm doing this. It actually feels really good. We already did the hip rotations. And I'm going to do shoulders. Oh, I'm going to do
Sure.
arms. So arm out front. And we're just gently pulling the hand down just to get a nice little stretch on the wrist and the forearm. I don't do this enough. This one's a good one.
It is.
Yeah, you forget about this one. And then let's do some shoulder rolls. Nice big stretch in the shoulders, getting that synovial fluid going before we actually pick up the kettlebell. And opposite direction. And I'm going to just for extra measure, I'm just going to take my arm and just a nice little stretch on my shoulder. Just because it feels good.
Yeah, definitely do.
And then the other arm.
That's one of the things about stretching. Your body, if you listen, your body will tell you what to do.
Yeah. Getting to know your body and how it feels is really the key to lots of things. Good health. It helps you not get injured because you're listening to your body. And what would you like to do first?
Well, first thing I want to say is that once we start with the kettlebell, all of the exercises requires you to have the core of your body from here to here gently fired, stabilizing the center of your body. Strength is built from the center out, and you can't build the muscles out in the appendicular skeleton here, out in the arms, the extremities, on the arms and legs. You can't build them without having a solid foundation in your center. It's just not going to happen. Your body won't let you build your arms to pick up something that's going to rip your center apart. Like a machine has to have a solid foundation, and then the further you get to the extremity, the weaker it gets. Really, the strongest part of anything is its center. If not, it will rip itself apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
In other words, it's working on core.
Exactly. Working your core so as not to hurt yourself. Okay. Hold you like that. Hold it the hip.
You guys got
Sit
that.
back into the grip. Seat your shoulders. Drive into the heels. Pick it up.
As your glutes as you come up, make sure your knees are not over your toes, that you're bending down with a straight back. The other thing we did this weekend is we watched a really good movie. One that I recommend if you have not seen it. It's called Maiden.
Neat movie.
And it's a documentary. And what it's about is in 1989, this girl decided that she was going to create an all-girl sailing team to race a sailboat around the world. And at the time, in 1989, these girls were in their 20s. And what a great movie. This is the second time. I actually saw it in a theater. It's not one of a movie that you see, that comes to all the theaters. It was in specialty theaters. But talk about inspirational. It's amazing. Really good footage. They had some of the best footage I've ever seen in terms of sailing. And it's a true story. A maiden. We watched it on Stars. It's not on Netflix.
One more.
Okay.
Okay.
I got my heart pumping.
Take the kettlebell, bring it to the rack. Take the other hand over, grip it. Now, shift over. I have the kettlebell in my left hand, so I'm going to shift to the left. As I shift to the right, I'm going to bring it to the rack on the other side. And back.
You really need to put your core in on this one to protect your back.
All right, bring it down here. Bring it over to your right hip, shift to the right.
These I didn't like the other day.
To the left.
You want to be careful on these.
To the right.
I don't think I had my core fired, and I kind of tweaked my back a little bit. So that's the danger of not having your musculature or your muscles fired in order to stabilize yourself when you're doing these kinds of workouts.
From here, you're going to shift and bring it up to the shoulder.
That's the one that
We didn't do this the other day. We did the little, but if this, you can definitely go down to the smaller weight.
Let's go. I'm ready.
So from the top left to the bottom right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it up. Now to the bottom left. 1, 2, 3, and down.
Oh, yeah, I used
It was these that you felt that. Oh, very nice.
I used my heavier weights on this.
I noticed.
What is that, 23 pounds?
27.
27 and a half pounds. And I've been working with the smaller kettlebell for a while. It seems in a lot of occasions a little too easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm having to step up one notch, which seems really hard, but I'm going to suck it up, buttercup.
Well, one step up is a difference of 8.8 pounds.
Yeah.
Which is
quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
When you're moving it around.
Yeah, a 4 kilogram jump is actually quite substantial.
With us on Insta.
Been quiet on Instagram lately.
We have. Good morning. Welcome to our training.
Okay, so we're going to
usually quiet.
We're going to move on to our long cycle, a little bit more of a combination exercise. Lower power dynamics, the same as the swing. Swing it to the rack, one hand press overhead. Fire the tricep hard enough to straighten the arm. Fire the medial deltoid enough to pull the arm to your ear. It should touch your ear as you go by. And now don't let the elbow bend. Keep it fired all the way to the ear and all the way back. Don't be doing it here. So here we go. We're going to do 10 on each side. Long cycle. Swing to the rack and press. Bring your hand down, reach the kettlebell. Seat the shoulder. Fire the hips to bring it to the rack. Use the hips to press it overhead. Two. Three. Four.
Are we doing 10?
10 on each side.
We should do 5. So, I don't know if I can do 10.
You can switch.
Yeah, I can't do 10. I need to switch 5. I'll wait for you.
We can switch to the other side. Change hands. Change hands. One. Two. Three. Put it down.
Whoa, that was hard for me.
So this might be a good time to explain an additional piece. So there are really 3 ways of pressing the kettlebell. There is the push press, which uses just no momentum. And I'm just pushing the kettlebell to the ceiling. It's not really a very good kettlebell exercise because it doesn't use momentum. It doesn't make it easy, it makes it hard. Proper kettlebell technique is what we call this was the Arnold press. The push press, we're gonna sit back, we're gonna pop our hips forward so the kettlebell starts to move. Once it is in motion, then I add the power of my arm to make it go up. If I try and use my arm while I'm pushing with my hips, I'm actually making it more difficult on my arm. It's like firing both stages of a 2-stage rocket at the same time. If you do, you actually have the 2 stages working against each other. It reduces the power instead of increases it. Now, what we're going to do next is called the jerk press. And in that one, you fire the hips, get the kettlebell moving. But instead of pushing with your arms, you're going to reload your hips and then use them again so that you don't use your arm. Watch. I'm here. I'm going to get sideways so you can see this. I kick my hips back to snap them forward to get it moving like so. But as soon as I get it up a little ways, I'm going to go back underneath it. And up. This way, my arm is straightened before I push again with my hips. This takes some timing. It takes some practice. Why don't you, use the small. We're going to do 5 on each side with the jerk press. Here we go. Sit back into the hips. Return.
Okay, so I'm used to doing the jerk press, moving my legs.
What do you mean by that?
So
that's a different one, but it's the same
but
idea.
I can't. My brain is not being able to do it by just standing up.
Okay.
So
put the weight down for a second. So whenever you're trying to do any new technique, doesn't matter if we're talking about kettlebell or anything else, the way to do it is to do it slowly. If you can do it slowly and involve your conscious mind, you will be laying the tracks neurologically to do it quickly. My Kung Fu teacher used to always say, you want to do a technique fast, practice it slow. If you practice it fast, you will have very little thinking involved, and it will not do what you need to do to be able to improve your technique. Only by doing things perfectly. My teacher used to say, practice does not make perfect. You can practice it 10,000 times incorrectly and it will never be right. Perfect practice makes perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to imagine we have the kettlebell in our hand. We're going to sit back into our hips nice and slowly. And we're going to push our hips forward with a lot of power. And once they're forward, that propels my arm. Halfway up, I leave the hand where it is, and I fold at my hips as I drop and lock my arm. Then push my hips forward again. Re-rack. Fold at the hip. Push forward at the top, the arm continues halfway. Fold at the hip again and go under it and up. Now, don't, watch this. You get halfway up. Don't push the hand up as you drop. Don't do that. Put this hand on top so it doesn't move anywhere and drop under it and then go up. If you push your hand up, instead of it, you can straighten your arm this way, which is incorrect, or you can straighten your arm this way, which is correct. You don't want to try to push the kettlebell higher with your arm. You want to try and get under the weight. Getting under the weight allows you to push it higher using your hips. Does this make sense? It's not easy to do.
Makes sense.
It's easy to think about. It's easy to see. It's not easy to do. This requires practice. Now, one of the things you can do is you can look at this. See this here. We'll use this as a guide. I push my hip here. It's level almost with the bottom of this picture. You can see it from there. Now, I can go like this, or I can go like this. You see what I mean? And it's
I see.
You can even put your arm on the wall.
It's harder to do. It's
right?
harder. You make it look easy.
Yeah, I'm just keeping my hand on the wall so it doesn't slide out. These are just a couple of different ways you can practice it. Okay, let's move on. Go back to our heavy kettlebell. We're going to do some swings. We're going to do some high swings. Are you okay to do high swings with that kettlebell?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do some high swings. Here we go.
I usually use a lot bigger kettlebell when I'm doing swings,
But these are going over.
like up way at the top.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
Yep. Well, what I'm saying is a regular kettlebell swing, I use a bigger one, so
Right,
it's just too small.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, 2 hands on the kettlebell, and up. 2 more. Now, regular swings in front of your chest. Now you're gonna do 1 hand. Keep it in that 1 hand. Change to the other hand. Now alternate hands. Two hands, put it down. Nice. Very nice.
All right. Cool. Is that it?
We're good.
Okay. Here's a little Monday morning workout. So if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a comment. Work around Brenda from well. Whew. This was a pretty cardio easy workout today.
Yeah.
We didn't do, but we build up as the week goes on. So anyway, wow, it's Monday. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. We are both sending you love, joy, peace, happiness, and of course, abundance to all of you who need it, or all of you in the world today. And special healing energies for those of you who are stressed out, in pain, depressed, not feeling well. Just sending you some healing energies to all of you today. And the hopes that you may find some peace in your lives. Bugaboo just stretched and knocked the phone down. We will be back here. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. for a kettlebell training, a little bit of inspiration, some motivation. Consistency is the key, guys. You can't just do this once or twice a week. Try Monday through Friday. At least get up and do the warm up with us, and then add a small kettlebell as you go. You know, it really makes a big difference in your life all the way around. I'm now all ready for my day. I'm going to be productive. I feel happy. I feel motivated, inspired, and I'm going to have a beautiful day. And I hope you do too. So we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bye, folks.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a great day.